So when it's all said and done, book one after 7 layers of editing is going to be a mammoth, a titan, something that no one's ever seen before. I might have to break it up into 3 books and just call it Act 1, books 1 through 3. And then that's kind of how I was moving through it: Act 1, Act 2, Act 3, Act 4, up to what I think is going to be Act 7, because I like to play with that number. But oh, I got the act thing, by the way, from Avatar: The Last Airbender. I liked how they did book 1, book 2, book 3, and so I chose to reflect that by doing act 1, act 2, act 3. But yeah, that's just going to be massive, massive, massive. The whole overall project is probably going to take easily maybe 10, 15 years. If I had a team, I could probably do it a lot faster. It might even take 20, however long One Piece is taking. It could take that long, if not much. Not, I wouldn't say much longer, but definitely could be longer. I have a lot in store. And then there's also the stories in the past. Kind of what I'm going to be doing, and I'll give you a little insight, is I'm going to be doing things like, here's Act 1, here's a spin-off or 2 or 3. That kind of takes place around Act 1, like Sonet's Lullaby. And then here's Act 2. And then after that, here's another spin-off or 2 that takes place around Act 2. Here's Act 3. And then after that, I go to a spin-off, which is a massive one called LUMI LUMI Revelations, which tells the past of everything. And so I'm like, alright, here's a huge book story and like series on the past. And then I might go halfway through that and then return to Act 4 and then go back to Revelations and be like, alright, so that way I avoided character spoilers. This is what I do actually have planned. To avoid character spoilers, I had to do it in that order. Now here's Act 4 and 5. Back to Revelations, finish it. And then throughout all that, I'm releasing other small spin-offs. And then I'm like, alright, well, here's this story that tells about that character that we've all been wanting to know about, and they have their own long adventure, and this one does as well. And then I go, alright, now here's Act 6. And throughout that, I'm like, here's a screenplay movies, and here's horror flicks, and here's novels, love stories, like Pearl Harbor, which is kind of like closer to Lumi Lumi, The Real Catch. So I have this like interwoven like story path of many things that are going to be taking place at multiple times, like in a timeline, which I processed many, many years ago, but I'm getting better at understanding in which order things are going to be playing out. But more is getting added.